Hello, my swords. How y'all doing today? I'm going to try to look straight in the camera, stop looking up, because I know that, I have big eyes. Like I said, I have hypothyroidism, which affected my eyes, the size of my eyes and all that right there. Okay, I just came on here just to say a couple of things to y'all. Now listen, this is a time in our lives. See, a lot of y'all people are too young to remember the things that happened in Birmingham, Alabama. And a lot of you knew what happened, not just in Alabama, in the Deep South period, especially like in Tennessee. Pulaski is the home of the Ku Klux Klan, just to be honest. And it was a time, well, I'm sure it's still going on now because I don't live in Pulaski. I couldn't live there. And it's a time where, the black people there, they knew that at a certain time of the night that they could not be caught outside of their town, like in the town, you know what I'm saying? They couldn't be caught outside. They had to stay in their area and their location. Now, where I live, we also was a part of that civil rights movement that was going on in Birmingham. And during that time, I was a child. But I do remember my granny and my granddaddy and my mother, them going to Birmingham, because they walked with Dr. King and the rest of these civil rights activists. Now, let me tell you something. I know a lot of people are laughing about what happened. They're making little memes with the chairs and the hat, and, they're getting instant gratification from it. There's nothing wrong with you getting instant gratification for what you know that has been done to our people for generations. Now, our people is not completely innocent of a lot of things that we do. We're not. But when it comes down to being abused, harassed in any kind of way, taken advantage of, financially, mentally, and physically. But what I want to get y'all to understand is this right here. Be vigilant. Be strong. Be fearless. Because you never know what your adversary is up to. Right now, they're quiet. There's a reason behind that. You have to know the logic comes from those quote unquote white people. Like I said, they have a different type of mindset than we have. I'm not saying all of these quote unquote Caucasian people. I'm talking about the ones who hate us. They hate us. It's things about us that they hate. Physically, it's hard for them to defeat us. Mentally, they have always fucked with our mentality as far as like our thought process. Now, a lot of us have become very educated, successful in life, which is nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing. But the reason why I said be vigilant is that it's not over. I'm going to tell you why it's not over. Number one, they don't like to lose. Period. Especially these rednecks, and as people call them, my granddad used to call them crackers and peckerwoods and, stuff like that, crackers and all that right there. But, that's that's the way they talked back then. And that's still in me. But what I'm saying is, I'm not trying to say that you cannot laugh. You can. But what I'm saying is, don't get lost in the sauce. Don't let your laughter throw you off guard to where you, as a people, us, let our guard down and saying, you better not try that again. Of course we strong. We stronger than a motherfucker. We supposed to defend each other by any means necessary. I'm not saying that you got to grab arms and stuff like that, but it may happen, it may come to that point. Because like I said, you got a class of quote unquote Caucasian people out here in this world that do not value us as a people. They love to separate us. They love it when we're killing ourselves. They don't have to. But when they can get one and they can gang up on that one, just think what would have happened if that man had been there by himself. They would have beat him to death. They probably never would have found his body if nobody wasn't out there recording. Now, I listened to people talk about the ancestors, and, I knew they brought a lot of the people from Africa that, they brought them through Alabama. They also brought them through Virginia. They also brought them through the Carolinas, and they also brought them through Tennessee. And see, people don't have the history right. But it's one thing I know about white people. The same thing you've seen for us as a people we did together, they do it all the time. They do it all the time. They just get away with it. But like I said, don't get to the point that you become comfortable because you know that, okay, you come against me, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Be smart. Be logical. Be thoughtful. The reason why I said that is that these motherfuckers are dirty. They have evil intentions. We don't have those evil intentions in us. And I think that's one of the things they're jealous of because, we try to live in peace, regardless. We don't even try to throw out, assert ourselves like that. Now, when, I was, I'm still, I love Farrakhan. I will always love Farrakhan. Always. He's my number one guy. But it's one thing about, I'm trying to word it the right way. We're supposed to fight back. You're supposed to be able to protect your home, your environment. We're supposed to protect each other as a collective whole. You got a lot of white folks that, they'll fight with us. And then I'd be thinking like it's real, well, why are you inserting yourself into our affairs? If you wasn't, did I call you? But my thing is right here, don't get it twisted now. Like I said, I'm not racist. But why are you here? Are you trying to hear what I got to say? Are you trying to point me out in a crowd? And, we got some of us that is married to them. And, a lot of them don't, they want to be excited. I'm sure in their hearts, they like, wow. But because they're married to the opposite race, they won't say too much unless they got at that kind of relationship, right? But all I'm saying is, y'all, be strong, be watchful, be cunning, because like I said, They don't forget shit. They don't like to lose. And especially against a person that is, have different ethnicities, they can't stand it. So I'm praying for the people in Birmingham, Alabama, and in a lot of these southern states, and a lot of these northern states, and a lot of these western states, and eastern states. I'm praying for all of the black people in this country. Keep your guard up. Know your surroundings. I'm not saying to be afraid. You don't be afraid of nothing. But be prepared mentally, physically. You know what I'm saying? Thank God nobody got killed. Thank God nobody got, critically injured that I know of. But I'm just trying to give you a little bit of wisdom and a little bit of knowledge. These are things that I have been studying. Like I said, I do a lot of reading. And I've always been like that since I, was a child. Once I had that accident, I don't know what happened. My mind just seemed like it just expanded. And I've always been for my people. I'm going to always be that way. I can't help it. But I just don't want them to because we have a habit that we run, we get real mad real quick. And, we want to take it out on certain things and certain people. They do too. But they get mad in a different sort of way. They go out and they do evil shit. Evil shit, okay? Just make sure you tell these things to your teenagers and to your young people, your brothers and sisters and uncles and aunties and mamas and daddies and seniors. Because a lot of black people has been asleep. We allow shit to happen. We always the motherfuckers that turns the other cheek. I was taught not to ever turn the motherfucking other cheek, as much as I believe in the word of God. See, it used to be a time that they would beat a black person down like that, and they would unless you had a fighting spirit like me, because I'm going to fight your ass to the death. And see, you got some that will cower down. Uncle Tom and, you know what I'm saying? Thinking they'll even fight on their side against you. You got some of us like that out there. You know what I'm saying? No matter the situation or whatever, they will go on their side against you. All because they want to have that validation for people that hate them. And only use them when it's beneficial for them. That's what our government does to us. They do it to their own people. They only use them when it's beneficial to them. Look at Donald Trump. He knew that if he got the poor whites on his side, that he had a majority and an easy win. But once he got in office, okay, he did a couple of things, with the business and put them back to work. He stopped, the immigration, which I agree with him on that, the ones that come over here illegally. But, you know what I'm saying? But he knew that he could play on the minds of these people. He knew it. All they got to do is, is pit one group against another. Just don't let this distraction cause you to become like you superhuman. We're human. But when that situation presents itself, then you be ready for it. That's my whole message. Be ready. Be ready. And don't cower down. Don't give up. Don't stop your progression. Continue to move forward. Because they are no better than you. That's what I've been telling people forever. That's why I say, what makes you think you better than me? Nigga, you ain't better than me. And when I say the word nigga, a lot of people get me kind of, I call white people niggas. I call Asian people niggas. I call everybody a nigga. It's just the way I am. So basically, you can't say that I'm saying nigga based upon skin color, because I'm not. It's just like, you know, when people got weapons, and I try to tell people, just because you got a gun, you think they stopped making it? You think they stopped making guns? You think they stopped making things that can get rid of your ass? You think they won't sell them to me? Because they will. And see, that's the thing about divide and conquer. See, I've been living in this land for 63 years of my life. And I ain't never cowered down to nobody. And especially no white person, quote unquote. Never. And I never will. That's why I call y'all my swords. We're warriors. But we are a warrior that thinks with our head, logically, productively. Everything is not supposed to be known. Selective. You got to be very selective by who you let surround you. You got to be very selective. You do. Because everybody that's around you and call themselves your friend, they're not. And that's, I'm not going by nobody's song. It's something I was taught. Way before that person who made that song was ever born. It has kept me here thus far. I didn't make it to this age, you know what I'm saying? Just happened to be. I've had that fighting spirit all of my life. And I want y'all to have that fighting spirit too. And fighting is not just it's not shooting, it's not putting up the fist all the time. You can fight with this here. And you can fight with that there. This here, that's better than all of it, baby. You start boycotting and stop buying. You go into these shops, these Asian people, any damn body that's looking at you like you finna steal something, you got plenty of money. Stop buying from them motherfuckers and watch they shit fold. Stop buying they shit. Once they come against you in a certain kind of way, you can fight their asses. Because there's one damn thing about these rich white folks. They love money. The ones in power. They love money. They don't care what hands, black hands, white hands, yellow hands, red hands, purple hands, green hands, blue hands. Long as it's coming into their hand. So just be smart, be vigilant. Because your adversary, the devil, is seeking who he may kill, steal, and destroy. All of this shit is distraction. There's something major that is coming our way. I want to get more into details about it, but I'm not going to put it on YouTube. And I don't know, y'all. I don't even know how I'm gonna give you all this information that I'm talking about. And this is information not coming from what I've seen or what somebody done told me. It's what the Spirit of God put inside of me. See, you got to know what the art of war is. You can find it on YouTube. If you can't, you can probably buy the book from Amazon, The Art of War. Read it real good. It teaches you about the tactics that has been used for centuries. Excuse me. I bought that book several times. I bought it for both of my boys. My daughter didn't want to read it. She's she's a fighter on her own. But I bought it for my boys because I wanted them to know, just like the black mothers in here that have sons, I want them to, read the book, The Message to the Black Man, and also The Miseducation of the Negro. And it's another one, Breaking the Chains of Psychological Slavery. Now, I'll give y'all that, okay? These are books that, I read. And like I said, I have the story of philosophy, which has a lot of information in there by them, the way they thought processes is, by what they go by. Nietzsche, stuff like that. So anyway, y'all, I'm finna get off of here. My swords, I love you all. And I hope y'all been enjoying my clips. I hope you like, subscribe, and comment to all the new subscribers that I've been getting. Thank God for y'all. And whomever want to share this message out, they can. And like I said, I'm trying to stop not to look so, because I got big eyes. But I'm being serious. I'm being as serious as I can be. Keep your shield. Keep that whole armor on you. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness in high places. That means that we are breathing toxic air. Every breath we take is toxic. That's why I tell you to pray over your water, just like you do over your food. Pray for your children every morning. And when they come home, thank God, and pray over your husband. Husbands, pray over your wives. Lay your hands on your sons and your daughters and pray over them. Say good things to them, because they living in a world that's got evil people in it. And those evil people care nothing about your life. Nothing. I don't believe in rioting. I don't believe in killing anybody. But I'm not going to let you hurt me or mine. What makes you think yours is more important than mine? There's no way in hell. I think that's the reason why they separated our people like they did when they brought them over on those ships. They separated them for a reason, because they didn't want them to retain knowledge. I thank God that I was instilled that knowledge, and I kept it. I'm a keeper of that wisdom and of that knowledge. That's something nobody can take from me. Nobody. Because I keep trying to tell people, there are many layers to me. Some I know comes from the divine order of God. And like I said, I only worship one God. And it's not no man-made God. The pictures that you see in your churches, or I don't worship those pictures because I know that's not the real Christ. So, with that being said, y'all, I was sitting up in here trying to watch TV, and this guy come knocking on my door. I didn't know. I thought it was one of my sons, or I thought it was the maintenance guy, and it was a white man. He had a little tag around his neck, and he said my first name. He didn't say my last name. He was like, well, we coming from the health something, and we need to talk to you about some kind of insurance and stuff like that. And I looked at him, and I'm like, yeah, because I was standing at my door. And, well, can I come in? And I'm like, no. Oh, I just want to, I said, I got everything that I need. Thank you. And, it just could have been just a random, person trying to sell insurance. I know this. But like I said, I'm very cautious. What do you want? You didn't even know my last name, but you knew my first name. How'd you get my first name? You know what I'm saying? How do you know me? You're not a part of my insurance because they don't solicit it like that. But brother, you can't sorry, you can't come up in my crib. And believe you me, I had what I needed on me. Because I swear up in God, I would have blasted him from kingdom come, his will be done. And I'm still waiting. Because I know I've been posting a lot of things. And, we've been monitored all the time anyway. And I've said a lot of things that I probably shouldn't say. Not just on here, but on Facebook too. And, and people come at you. But, like I said, I just don't want to hurt nobody. And I sure in hell ain't gonna let nobody hurt me. But just be careful when people knock on your door, and especially if they give you your first name, and they don't even know your whole name. What do you want? Don't let them in your house. Don't let them use your phone. None of that. And, I was like, that's weird. To me, that was strange. But yeah, excuse me, we got a lot of distractions, because we watch TV. There's a lot of distractions, like this alien talk. That's a distraction. I can't say aliens is not real. I can't say this. But what I'm saying is, it's a distraction. There's something else that is going to happen. Now, but like I said, that TikTok and all that right there, I don't watch TikTok. But, these young people, they making a joke out of everything. They make a joke. Us, we make a joke out of everything. But what I'm saying is, these motherfuckers plot. And they do it in secret. Until they have gathered enough information to what locations and what they're going to do. They strategize everything. I'm letting you know this, y'all. I'm trying to give you some knowledge. I'm trying to give you some wisdom. They strategize everything. And don't think because I call them crackers and peckerwoods and all that right there, don't think you ain't got a lot of them that works in high offices. You got a lot of them that are doctors. You got a lot of them that are lawyers. You got a lot of them that works in all kind of fields. But you think they're going to tell you? Why do you think they wore hoods? They don't want everybody to know what they were in their profession. They weren't just these little good old boys that sit around drinking beer and rolling in the mud, you know? You gotta think with your brain, dude. We walk by faith, not by sight. Check it out. I love you, Swords. I'm finna go. I hope they might not let me post this on YouTube. I don't know. But if they don't take it, then I'll come back on here just talking about what happened in Birmingham. Okay. But I just want you to have that little knowledge right there. That's a little bit. Like I said, it's a lot. And it's a lot of stuff I can tell you all. And I just want y'all to be vigilant. All of us. It's not out of fear. It's out of faith. You know, like I said, people talk about the ancestors and all that right there. Yeah, you know, they drowned a lot of our people. And it's weird that ferry boat was called the Harriet Tubman. And you know, she had to threaten a lot of those black people because they didn't want to leave the slavery. They didn't want to leave the plantation. They was afraid to go because they had put the fear of God in them. And that's what they want for us today. They want to instill that fear of God in us. Nigga, we'll let you get so high. But, you know, you can just get so high. You know. I was watching The Heat of the Night. Well, I remember when I first seen it, you know, with Senator Poitier. And when he was getting out of the cab, and they had these two old hicks by the service station, they was like, look at that nigga walking with a white man's suit on. And I'm like, a white man's suit? The hell are you talking about? A suit is a suit. How you know his mama didn't make that suit? How you know his sister or somebody that he knew that was black that, you know, made that had the material and made that suit? Why it had to be a white man's suit? The ones that are illiterate and ignorant, they like being like that. They love it. You know, because it's in their element. You know, they are the Neanderthals. We don't have Neanderthal blood in us unless we're mixed. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that Neanderthal blood. We Homo sapiens. Anyway, y'all, I'm finna go. I've been said too much and end up the BIB at my door, you know, because they trying to figure out, well, how you know these things. I know a lot of things. But I just want y'all to know, I'm just giving you a little knowledge and a little wisdom. And like I said, I'm not even worried about nobody copying or whatever, you know, because, you know, people I've been noticing, different ones with these larger channels, I've been hearing them come out talking about the same thing I'm talking about. And what makes it evidence to me is the way they put it. They can't put it the way I put it because they're not me. They're not me. There's only one me. One. And actually, it's not the smaller ones, it's the larger ones. And I've been noticing it. But, you know, like I said, they don't give you no recognition because they want to, you know, they want to, their audience to perceive them to be knowledgeable. And basically, they're not. It will take you a lifetime to know the knowledge and the wisdom that I have. Unless you was born in my body, in my family, around my people, you know. And I'm not saying I'm of the greatest person in the world, but I'm great in who I am. You're great in who you are. We just not, we're not the same. We're the same peoples. We should stick together as a people more. But like I said, I don't mind them using my content because they use it. And like I said, I've seen 2 so far. And I've been watching them, I've been listening. And I'm like, well, as long as you get it out there, but you still ain't me. You'll never be me, ever. You can search for the rest of your life, and you still won't be me. Period. Because you don't know what I know. I think I know too much. I think I do. I don't know enough because like I said, I got a learned brain. I love to learn. I love knowledge. But I don't conform to their standard of knowledge. Because their standard of knowledge have dumbed people down. All our people can think about is working. Gotta get hit. We gotta work. Some work themselves to death. I worked, but I worked smart. I worked to the point to where when it was time for me to stop working, that I had enough money to make my life easier. I'm not saying I'm rich. I'm not rich. Not by a long shot. But I'm rich in what I need. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it gives me time now to get myself together. I had to spend a long time. I spent over 6 months by myself. And during that time when I was laid on my back and couldn't move, like I said, everybody can't walk in your shoes. I don't think you would have made it. I'm talking to the ones who takes my content and, and try to use it like it's coming from them. I listen. I watch. Like I said, I have that spirit of discernment. And it's not just that. I have a certain divinity that I know that is in me. That's the reason why the lady told me I need to wear yellow. She said that was my color. And the peacock. My ex-daughter-in-law, I remember it was my birthday, and she brought me this beautiful journal, and it had a peacock on it. And she was from Asia. She was from Indonesia. And she told me, she said, to me, you are a peacock. And I'm like, the female peacock is ugly to me. And she was like, I'm not just talking about the female, I'm talking about the male peacock too, of those beautiful many colors. She said, because I see a lot in you. I had a lot of Asian people tell me that. Had a couple white people tell me the same thing too. Black folks, they be hating on you. They just look at you like, they take your words, try to use it for themselves, to make themselves perceive to be something that they're not. I'm going to deliver it to you the way it is in me. How can a person take what's in you and use it for themselves? They can't do it. No way, no how. Well, Swartz, I'm finna go. My phone is getting ready to go dead on me. I love you all with the love of the Lord. Keep that Keep that armor up and stay strong and stay vigilant. Keep your eyes open, baby. Bye.